when a lady who used to go by Mrs. Blacklove chooses to publicly humiliate her own boyfriend on Instagram? What should you do? The big questions now are whether Claressa is finally staking her claim, whether Remy is losing it after losing it, all career and reputation, and whether Papoose simply sat back and watched these two queens fight over him. The truth is that she struck first and asked no questions after Remy embarrassed Papoose with a sharp remark about his skills. Later, eyewitnesses report it wasn't just talk. Claressa showed up at Ree's spot uninvited, without any guards or makeup. Just raw fury and one message: you don't deserve a man like him. This story didn't start with a slap, a scream, or a security officer yelling, "Cut the live." Let's dissect this catastrophe piece by piece and go back in time to the turmoil. No, this tale has been building for months and now it's blowing up in flames. Let's start with the scene. Rap royalty by Remy Ma, the very Papoose who remained by her through jail scandals and many. BET ciphers was the epitome of loyalty, a man who waited for years. How can Remy thank him by humiliating him on Instagram? Bronx queen wife, or at least purportedly still Papoose's now. Pay attention because this wasn't your usual shade. He wasn't forgetting my birthday drama or leaving the toilet seat up. Rather, it was a well-planned, razor-sharp surgical Remy sitting in her glam chair with her team around her lashes getting done. She looked directly into the camera and remarked, "Some men think loyalty is enough." Following this, say, "Bro, if that's all you bring to the table, you might as well go build another one." Papoose, let's say, had a face on his next Instagram story when her stylist nearly choked on her drink. However, it wasn't even the punchline, because when a follower questioned her directly, "Are you talking about Papoose?" With a sly smile, Remy said, "If you know, you know." While holding her fingers barely an inch apart, fans gasped as the scene zoomed in like it was an FBI investigation. And guess who wasn't laughing when the crowd went silent? Claressa Shields, who claims to have spoken Olympic gold medalist and, more recently, the greatest booster for Papoose. Some might even say more than just a fan. Before we get into Claressa's explosive entrance into this messy triangle, we need to understand why. Remy's live hit so hard because she didn't just throw shade, she humiliated Papoose. Their entire relationship was built on loyalty. A man who waited years for his woman to return from prison. A man who stood by her through everything, writing for her when the labels went silent. Loyalty on full display, and now she turned that image upside down live on camera. But over the last year, things began to change. Remy was spotted more often with Easy the Block Captain Nen with her husband. Her presence at family gatherings became spotty. And while Papoose threw birthday parties for their daughter and shared heartfelt Father's Day posts, Remy was hitting studios with 50 Cent, posting mysterious stories and liking questionable tweets. Then rumors started swirling that Papoose was getting close to a certain female boxer. At first, people laughed it off. Claressa Shields, that's like matching Serena Williams with a chess player. But when paparazzi snapped them holding hands outside of Brooklyn Juice Bar, things escalated quickly. Claressa didn't deny it, Papoose didn't deny it, and Remy, she pretended nothing was wrong until this live, because when she dropped that comment, it wasn't just disrespect, it was a calculated humiliation. A woman like Remy knows the power of words, and she decided to air his faults literally to millions. So what happened next? Brace yourself. According to one of her teammates, Claressa Shields was at her Miami gym when she allegedly saw the video. She halted mid-sparring, removed her gloves, and said she wants to play dirty, bet. Claressa bought a trip to New York City within 6 hours, but the catch is that she didn't call. No live videos or tweets. Remy, she arrived in person at the location where Remy was filming a podcast interview. There was no entourage, just her, a hoodie, and hands prepared for more than just boxing. The audio was live. And what transpired over the course of the next 48 hours would be all over every dubious blog and gossip page. But before we get to the full-on showdown, believe me, it's crazy. Let's talk motive. since people close to Claressa have been speculating for months that she and Papoose are more than just friends and have been developing a quiet dinner relationship. Why would she jeopardize everything: her reputation, her sponsorships, her carefully manicured public image, 3 a.m. phone conversations, and emotional support while Remy was out doing whatever she wanted with battle rappers and club promoters? She noticed something about him that Remy had forgotten, and an unnamed source told us that she believes Remy lost the plot and that she won't let Papoose fall with her. The internet was already talking about Papoose as the new power couple. And now Claressa seems ready to fight for her man as well as in the ring. When she saw that disrespect live, something inside of her exploded. And she stormed into that podcast studio saying, "You don't deserve a man like him." "Are we live?" is yelled by a producer as the scene cuts to astonished gasps. Remy got up as if she were about to pass out, but Claressa didn't bat an eye, instead moving closer and saying in a low, angry voice, "You broke him. Now you clown him. Nah, that's not love. That's ego, and I'm not letting you humiliate him again." The commotion erupted as soon as security attempted to step in because Claressa remarked, "You don't deserve a man like him." Producers panicked. One mic tech grabbed for the kill button, but it was too late. The cameras had already caught it. The entire atmosphere in that studio altered as Remy rose slowly, deliberately, and the smile disappeared, giving way to something colder and more determined. Claressa Shields and Remy Ma squared off in what can only be described as a full-fledged ego war. Make no mistake, this wasn't just about Papoose. It was about pride, reputation, and decades of power from two women who never backed down, according to a leaked recording from someone on set. Claressa leaned in close and said, "You parade loyalty like it's a leash. Have you ever asked what he truly needs?" Remy, full of Bronx fire, fired back saying, "Don't preach love to me. Just a rebound with a heavy right hook that doesn't make you wife material." Security attempted to defuse the situation. But let's face it, when one of the best fighters in the world squares off against a rapper with a past, nobody steps in without hazard pay. Remy clutched her handbag as if it were a weapon, and Claressa drew back her hair as if it were fight night with the internet and electric explosives. Oh my goodness. It went viral in less than 30 minutes when an anonymous assistant shared the footage to a Twitter account known for disclosing awkward celebrity insider information. TikTok videos, Instagram recaps, and YouTube comments then overtook the timeline with one viral tweet perfectly capturing everything. In reality, Remy stated, "He's loyal but short." Then Claressa showed up as the last boss. The perfect picture of Remy Ma and Papoose started to fall apart over the past year as Pat, who played a great dad, shared passionate tributes. This isn't a love triangle. It's the Bronx edition of Celebrity Deathmatch. When Remy went live, throwing shade and implying that Pap wasn't exactly blessed downstairs, it wasn't petty. Rather, it was calculated humiliation that moment that sparked a fuse. Remy was seen with Easy, the block captain, missing family events and posting cryptic tweets. Then, rumors circulated that Pap and boxer Claressa Shields were holding hands outside a Brooklyn juice bar. Both rumors refused to deny that things boiled over. Claressa, who was mid-sparring in Miami, dropped her gloves, arranged for a trip to New York City, and barged onto a podcast set where Remy was shooting. Wearing a sweatshirt and wearing no retinue, she shouted, "You don't deserve a man like him." After the studio became silent, there was a heated verbal altercation between the Bronx Heat and the boxing fire. Remy retaliated. "You're a rebound with a mean right hook. You broke him, now you clown him. That's not love. That's ego," Claressa said. Although it didn't go violent, supporters of Claressa Shields are now sharply split on the internet when leaked footage appeared on Tasha K's account. While some criticize her as a pick-me who is just interested in attention. Others respect her steadfast devotion to Papoose during the difficult times. When paparazzi spotted Claressa with a music executive who was allegedly connected to Remy Ma's background, the tension intensified and was fueled by rumors. With so many contradictory accounts, conspiracy theories speculate that Remy may have planned the entire incident to incite jealousy and manipulate Papoose back into her life. This sparked debates about whether Claressa was actually fighting for love or if she was merely strategically creating hype before her next big boxing match. What began as a messy love triangle has devolved into a full-fledged public war, with everyone watching every move. And silence in this high-stakes game of loyalty, pride, and ambition clashing, highlighting the fact that this is much more than just celebrity gossip, but rather an emotional battlefield where the winners and losers are still being determined while Claressa and Rhee's drama dominated the internet. Papoose remained eerily silent, posting just a black screen on his Instagram story with the words, "Y'all keep playing games with real hearts. No tags, no explanation, just pure heartbreak." However, things took a turn for the worse when an insider disclosed that Pap was taken to a private hospital that evening following a stress-induced episode. Doctors reportedly ordered a full social media detox, which is an almost impossible task when your name is trending. Under hashtags like #slap4pap and both your wife and possibly your girlfriend are liking shady tweets. Liv Remy liked a meme that said, "When you remember you're the prize, even if he's not." While Claressa liked a tweet that said, "Real love shows up loud in person, not in poems." A leaked voicemail from Remy that night revealed, "I didn't mean to break him. I thought he'd fight back, not disappear." The film, which was fuzzy, showed Papo's week in a hospital gown with Claressa holding his hand. There were no words, only tension. While the internet exploded, Rhee's PR attempts were unsuccessful because the media refused to take sides. Claressa obtained empowerment deals and stories were spread about a hotel meeting with Jane's support for Papoose. Fans are already anticipating a potential televised battle,